That is a quote from the famous Dr. Seuss. And his riddles and rhymes are seasoned in this book that's entitled I Like Myself by Karen Beaumont. It teaches the value of self-love to themselves and others. 30 years ago, I was a working mom, and I had 2 kids that were in elementary school. And during the summer, I enrolled them in the YMCA to stay there while I worked. They love going to the Y. And on our way to the commute from home to the Y, we would sing songs, we would tell riddles and rhymes, and then it was Mom's time to do a little training. And my training was for them to look in a mirror and then say 10 times, I like myself, individually, so they could hear their voice. Can I tell you that my wonderful children hated to do that? They did not enjoy it at all. I would hear them whine and cry and say, Mom, why do we have to say I like myself 10 times? None of the other kids we know, Mom makes them do that. It's so stupid. I don't see why we do it. It doesn't work. And I would continue driving and I would say, you need to do it for Mom, and do it for yourself. And they were obedient. And they would say, I like myself. And life moved on. And as it moved on, I realized that the teachings that I shared with my children would come back to me full circle. It was summer, and I invited my kids to go to the beach with me. They were teenagers, and we were so excited, and Monica says, Mom, let's go to the department store and buy bathing suits, and we can walk on the beach together like friends. But let's get bikinis. Bikini? I haven't worn a bikini in a long time. Well, okay, let's do that. So off we go to the department store, and we find the bikinis we like, and we go into the dressing room. And the dressing rooms have mirrors. I'm here, and Monica's on the other side. And when I put on my bikini and looked in the mirror, I was not prepared for what I was about to see. There was skin everywhere. And I was in horror looking at the reflection of that mirror. It looked like a can of pop biscuits. Go everywhere. And it got worse. I looked down at the bikini pants, and it looked like I had a flesh-colored inner tube all the way over. And I said, oh my gosh. I said to Monica, I can't wear this bathing suit. We're going to have to do something else. I look horrible. I look like a beach whale. I'm not going to buy a bikini, Monica. And Monica comes and she peers out over the curtain. She says, Mom, remember, I like myself. I'm glad I'm me. There's no one else I'd rather be. And I put my hand on my inner tube. And I said, I know you're right, but that's not fair. For what I see looks like a pear. And we laughed and we left the department store with one bikini and one long tank top for Mom to cover her old bathing suit. We had a great time, and time moved on. Both of the kids graduated, and Monica was my last. And I gave her a card on graduation day, and she opened it up, and it said, remember to always say, I like myself. And Monica says, Mom, I remember that day that we had to do that. I hated it. But I said, Monica, remember, look at you now. You're strong and you're confident, aren't you? And she said, yes, I am. And a year later, my son Matthew graduated from Navy boot camp in Chicago. And my husband and I flew up to Chicago to see him. It was a proud day for us. He was standing there with all the other Navy men in their white uniforms. And after the ceremony, I handed him a card. And it said inside, always remember to like yourself. And he says, Mom, I remember those days. I hated saying that. And I said, I know, but sometimes the things you hate are the things that save your life. The thing that keeps you right on track. And time moved on. And 3 years ago, I received this book. And the book made me cry. Because what was inside made me realize that what I had taught had come back full circle. When I opened the book, to my surprise, there were 2 love notes from my children. And those love notes meant so much to me. One of them says, Mom, I used to dread the days on the way to camp having to recite, I like myself. 10 times. But now I realize that you were only trying to build our self-confidence and make us strong adults. I believe you did a good job, Mom, and I thank you for that. Love, Monica. Well, Monica's creative like her mom, and what she had done, she took a mirror and she created a flower, and she chipped it off, and then she drew the stem and the leaves. Well, Monica had homework for Mom, because at the very bottom of it, it says, now it's your turn, Mom. Look in the mirror and say, I like myself 10 times. And when I saw it, I cried, and I remember that this would come back full circle. But the story doesn't end there. What I want to do is leave this legacy with you. And on your table beside you is a green mirror. There's a case. And what I would like you to do is take that mirror out right now. And look at that beautiful face and that beautiful eyes that's reflecting back at you. Do you see it? Isn't it gorgeous? Well, what I want you to do is to repeat after me. I like myself.
I like myself.
I'm glad I'm me.
I'm glad I'm me.
There's no one else.
There's no one else.
I'd rather be.
I'd rather be.
And I want you to take that truth and share it with your family. Share it with your friends. Because when you do, you will change the world.